Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the 7. This one, whoever wins it will be playing off for 5th place. Whoever loses it will be playing off. In fact, they don't actually have another game, I will mention. So that means you want to win this game to get yourself a few more points. It will be Australia taking on Argentina. Adam Leal in charge of this one. But for Australia, it is Maloof, Hutchinson, Ma, Roach, Corey Toole, Ben Dowling, and Matthew Gonzalez in their starting lineup. Then for Argentina, Schultz. Then it is Osadziuk, whose name I always say wrong, Fraga, Rival, Marcos Moneta, Vedderfeld, and then also Tobias Wade. But it will be Argentina kicking off this one, and they'll be kicking off from right to left to get us underway for this matchup. It's going to be actually reclaimed by Argentina off the kickoff, as it was a bit loose from the Australians to start this match off. Now a big run forward from, I believe it would have been Osadziuk. I can't say that name. Come on, Aussie, says David the Mod. But currently, that man whose name I cannot say, I can say his first name, Matthias, but that last name just does not quite roll off my tongue at this point in time. So if they do make it through to the next game, I will have to make sure that I do get it a little bit closer now. Nice run forward from Tobias Wade. Trying to creep their way around the side of the breakdown there. Argentina finding a nice offload as well. One more made, and it seems like they're trying to keep this ball alive for as long as possible. We know how strong Australia are in a breakdown situation. Now wide cutout pass out to Jermaine Schultz, and he backs himself, goes in for the first try of the match, and also the AU flags from David the Mod as well. That is going to be the try for Jermaine Schultz, getting the first try, not just of this match, but also of his Toulouse series. So he will be very happy with that. It was just offload after offload. And it was nicely done by, I believe it was Tobias Wade with that wide cutout pass out to Jermaine Schultz. He scores the try for Argentina. Perfect start to the match for Los Pumas. Not perfect start to the match for our scoreboard. It seems to have decided that it doesn't want to update. And also Chris is in the chat, as said, come on Argentina. So yeah, if Argentina win this, they will actually almost be able to creep themselves into number 1 position on the whole standings, the way that it is sitting, as long as they win this game, that is, and continue to make their way forward, because they will get themselves at least 6th place if they are able to do so. The most points available for this one is going to be 13, and that's going to be available now for Vedderfeld. He's taking it outside of the 22. Argentina once again have this ball. Jermaine Schultz, the try scorer, breaking a couple tackles, but it was Dietrich Roach who was able to get on Marcos Moneta. Now offloading on the outside. Once again, Argentina attacking 5 meters out now. Using all of the opportunity, a half an inch short. And it's a penalty to Australia. Brilliant defense from Ben Dowling. And it says, and also we have got anyone know why World Rugby haven't got live stream today? Says Derry. That's very strange, because I believe, oh, my voice is cutting out a little bit, but I believe they had day 1, didn't they? But now for some reason they've just gotten rid of day 2. Corey Toole about to go right up and score the try, the first try of the match for Australia as well. He is just jogging that one in. But it really is weird that they don't have the second day on World Rugby's YouTube channel if they did have the first day. In fact, I'm going to have a wee investigation and see what I can find out for you. Match Center live. Where to watch? See, it says online on the official app is one option, and also an Argentine or Argentinian name. Oh, wow, an Argentinian with a German name. I wonder what his granddaddy was doing 80 years ago, says David the Mod. And there's that one is going to be going over. Oh, sounded like a rapid fire whistle blow there, but it seems like they're saying it should be there. So I'm sorry that for some reason they don't actually have it, because it sucks that it's only for some of the time, because I wish it was available no matter where you were in the world, for completely free and just able to watch it anytime. Now, Dietrich Roach about to kick off this one for Australia, currently sitting 7-5 up here. Puts it high, waiting for it. What goes up must come down, and it's gone straight into the hands of Henry Hutchinson. Now ball on the inside to Nick Maloof. He has got Hutchinson with him. If he decides to use him, he doesn't find him though. And that will now be the ball for Argentina. I think they have taken it quickly. No, they haven't. Double blow the whistle. The referee has said, I've already blown it. Hello, bro. I knew Australia lose. Yes, says Sebastian. Maybe there is a chance, but saying that, Australia, they will not go down without a fight. Although you'd have to argue Nick Maloof just wasn't quite able to find that pass when he needed to. I think that was down to the good work of Tobias Wade, though, in the process of just kind of tapping that ball every once in a while trying to throw them off. But South Africa lost Sebastian, which was not expected. But now it's going to be New Zealand versus Scotland again for another rematch. We're now driving forward nicely for Argentina. Flat pass out of the hands of Osaduk. I think is the name. That one's still not working for me, but I'll try my best. And I feel like anytime you hear me like pretty much stumble a word, you'll know exactly what I'm trying to say. And that is Matthias Osaduk. Or at least that in 40 meters out from their own line. Marcos Moneta, the World Sevens Player of the Year last year. He will be rearing to go for this tournament, and he'll be hoping that Argentina can get themselves yet again another gold medal. They are the defending champs of the Sevens, but they will not be able to get it this week. London is just around the corner, though, so they want to build as much momentum as they can heading into it. Now, once again, close to stolen Ben Dowling. No, it was actually Gonzalez. Okay, side entry is the one there, and also we have got the no way. The Scots defeated the Blizzies. Unreal, says Sebastian. That's the thing at the moment, putting money against South Africa. Like anyone who's done it will be rich because it's happened way more often than we normally see for the Blitzbox being beaten. But I was really looking forward to seeing South Africa, New Zealand. Doesn't get to happen this week, unfortunately. For the 9th place final was going to be the weird part of it. And big love, David, says Sebastian there as well. But yeah, I hope you are doing well, Sebastian. Must be a time there around lunchtime, maybe. Kind of. Somewhere around there. But how are you feeling? Do let me know, because I feel like some of you guys, you've been sticking with me throughout the whole weekend of rugby, and we've probably had more rugby at weird hours of the night here in New Zealand than any other time that we have been doing live streams. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. And my voice, hopefully it recovers by Tuesday, which is when we have got our next live stream after the Sevens is finished. Now, nice wide cut out pass. Bounces to Marcos Moneta. He goes in. And I think Corey Toole tried to smack it out of his hands, but he does get it in. I didn't believe it either. I thought Scotland were going to get destroyed, says Chris there. Because that's the thing. Scotland were beaten by New Zealand 19 points to 12. Scotland were beaten by the USA by about 14 points, and they were beaten by Australia alongside it. But they still were able to find themselves in a decent enough position in year quarter to two. Doing well, thank you. Just enjoying a quiet Sunday, says Sebastian. Yeah, Sundays are nice. And David, don't think I've forgotten what happens in an hour and 15 minutes time. Hopefully you are still awake. If not, we're going to have to bug you tomorrow. I feel like you know exactly where that's going. And Gareth as well. Gareth in about now-ish should almost be his birthday as well. But now going to be kicked off by Argentina. And it goes out. Too much on it. Goes out on the full. And now Australia will get the quick tap for themselves. That's a cock-a-doodle-doo of the ground. The rooster does crow. It also win us the Samoan game, says Emmanuel. So the Samoa matchup is taking place at 12:36 a.m. New Zealand time, if you do know. Or if you're in New Zealand, that's fine. If you're not, what would that be? Whereabouts are you from, Emmanuel? And I will try my best to let you know the exact time. But I can actually say it's an hour and 51 minutes from now. So whatever time it is now for you, hour and 50 minutes. And that is when it is taking place. Samoa, Fiji, absolutely massive game of rugby. But Argentina, they are trying to defend this one not too badly. And that will be halftime now. 10 points to Argentina and 7 to Australia. Hi, I joined you again, says Tom. Do appreciate it, mate. And we have got plenty more coming tonight. We've got another 4 live streams. And then after that, we are going to be splitting off. We've got a couple hours break because we are going to be then setting up for the semi-finals. That's live. We've already done them at that point in time. Then we will be setting up for the finals and all of the other matches that you do want. NZ as well, says Emmanuel. Okay, so you are sitting 12:36 a.m. New Zealand time will be when that one has taken place. And we will be doing the commentary for the channel as well. And I should mention, in 15 minutes time, I believe it is, our preview for that matchup between Samoa and Fiji will be coming out on our channel. So be sure to check that out as well if you do want to try and have a prediction before the match takes place. Let's see who can get the closest to the real score for that matchup. And at the moment, they are showing how they can pick their dream side. And like they're saying, there could be a couple new names sneaking their way in there from this season. Like, I mean, Samoa have been good. Fiji have been great. and it's just going to be a great match. I'm excited. I can't wait to see who does end up getting the better of that one. But currently now, the Argentines just trying to cool down a little bit. 4 offloads for 3 of the players in this matchup, which does involve Corey Toole and 2 Argentinians. Also, 10 tackles made throughout the Toulouse competition for Ben Dowling, Josh Turner, and then also it is a 1 Argentinian player, and I believe that was Del Mestre. Right, second half about to get underway between these two sides, ladies and gentlemen, for the 5th place playoff. These two sides, they're ranked 2 and 3. England no great bro in there as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, they did struggle just a little bit, didn't they? Well, that one. And also, actually, now that I think about it, that is the next game, isn't it? England versus USA. We do have just that little break in between. I kind of feel bad about not doing that matchup, but we will be back straight away for the women's side of things. And Fiji undefeated till now, says Chris. Exactly right. Same with Samoa. Neither of those sides have lost a game yet in this competition, so someone's winning streak will come to an end, and so will their Sevens hopes. But the good news is they get to play off for 3rd and 4th, and we will get to cover that channel video as well. Nicely taken there. Now passing it back across here for Argentina. Nice step. It's in the hands of, I believe it was in number 6, who's just come off the bench, Lamas. And big love, Rob, how are you? And there as well says it was Sebastian. Right. Rob's message has not come through for myself, so I'm going to have a quick look because it might be, is it one of those messages? And I'm getting you, Seb. And there's well, one moment. We're going to go like this. And we're going to go like this. I assume it was one of those message ones, was it, Rob? That is going to be a penalty now in favour of the Australians, and it is a little knock-on the ground. Big mistake there, and a massive reprieve for the massive hit, though, in the midfield as well on a Dietrich Roach. Yeah, there it is. We have got there. I gave a mod spinner. I gave you a mod spinner to Hamish as well, says it was Robert there. And yeah, all good, says Sebastian there. But yeah, for some reason they don't come through the editing software, Rob. So I do apologize for not reading that out. Although remember, for 6 months, you must be very close to that the gold badge, I would think, because it's still silver at the moment. But I think it must be just about to sneak over. And hey, Robert, how's it, mate? Says David the mod there. And it is good to see you, Rob. How are the Broncos going in the NRL? Do let me know. Are they doing as well as the Warriors? Because if so, that's not ideal. Now, got a run forward from Argentina. That was a couple too many Fs that I put in that sentence. Now sitting on the halfway line. And what do you think of the England coach for the cricket? Says Robert. Running forward, break down the line. Argentina now really pouring on the pressure. And that was Fraga. Now passing it back across. I believe Luciano Gonzalez has not made his way out into really a prominent position on the wing as of yet. But as soon as he does get that ball, he'll be dangerous. They rounded up. That's probably sitting on 5 months and 20 days or so. There's Sebastian there, but Marcos Moneta, he scores in the corner. And now Argentina, they have been able to get themselves another try, and it may be enough to get them through to the 5th place playoff. And also, I'm good, David Hughes, says Robert there. Top 5. Jeez, that's pretty good. Well, the Broncos, so hopefully they can continue to be in that top 8 right up until the playoff games, because we have got some NRL hopefully coming up in the near future. With less games of Super Rugby, it does mean there will be less overlaps for those matches. But Marcos Moneta, very happy with how that one went, but that one is short of the post, and it does remain at 15 points to 7 in favour of Argentina. And also, good thanks, brother, says David the mod. Currently 10 tournaments, 45 tries, and he was the 2021 World Rugby Men's Sevens Player of the Year. And bro, please tell about the points table and knockout matches, says Tom there as well. So the way that it is sitting currently, the big games that you will be looking at for the men's side of things is going to be the semi-finals, Ireland versus France, and then the other semi-final is Fiji versus Samoa. Winner of that match will go through to the final. And I'm satisfied with McCullum. I can't express my thoughts until the first test is being played. Hoping for the best at the moment, says Sebastian as well. It's going to be another penalty to Argentina. That time it's against Nick Maloof. Currently, Argentina, they won't mind using up a little bit more of the time here. They may even go for the scrum. Yes, they do. Smart play from Argentina, from 5 meters out. And like they're saying, spent half the day yesterday with 6 men. So it would have been pretty tricky for them to be out on the field. But it was a good run initially from Luciano Gonzalez, making those extra meters. And now the scrum feed for Argentina and also France versus Ireland should be a cracker in the SS flesh, and it certainly should be. And the thing is, like, both of those sides, for me, are, like, this is going to sound not harsh, but also, like, I guess, kind of slightly true in regards to the fact that when people look at, like, big favorites to win the competitions, normally they go for someone like a South Africa, Fiji, New Zealand type thing. But those two sides, I have felt for a long time, they've got the potential to be able to win a tournament. It's just half an inch off half the time for them. But yeah, that's going to be an absolutely awesome game. And two very unique play styles, which should lead to some excitement. That's going to be another penalty there. No advantage going back for the penalty once again to Argentina. It looks like one of the Argentine players has stayed down. Okay, who is that down? Because it certainly won't want to be Marcos Moneta. I think it's Del Mestre. No, it wasn't. It was Jermaine Schultz that also come on Aussie. And there, constructive criticism, let's call it. And there's Sebastian. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it? Overall, it sounded harsh the way that I was wording it, but it wasn't intended that way. And it's dead right, bro. They both have big potential. So there's flesh in there. But yeah, everyone always goes like, it's like, that's the thing. Argentina, for me, are another side that gets underestimated a little bit. Like, they have proven themselves like many times. Yeah, everyone always goes, right, Fiji, New Zealand, South Africa, they're the three who are going to win it. We might see like Samoa. Samoa, for me, have certainly earned that potential of being able to win it. But yeah, Argentina, Ireland, and France, I feel like there's certainly about a top 8 in the competition currently. And a lot of them doing pretty well, other than New Zealand and South Africa for this matchup. Now, scrum feed about to go in. Only 2 minutes, 24 left. The ball's been fed in. It's flung out the back through the legs. And Argentina now, Del Mestre passes it back across Luciano Gonzalez. Let's see what he can do. He has placed the ball nicely. Now passing it back across. Now back line, it looks like Marcos Moneta once again. In fact, no, that was actually not Marcos Moneta. That was Vitafeld. So they've actually possibly taken him off for this match now, deciding that they do want to save him for the 5th place playoff game. Jermaine Schultz now after Luciano Gonzalez. Nice run for De La Vega. Was almost available. Henry Hutchison turned into some sort of kind of curly-whirly there for half a second, bending in all sorts of weird angles. Now good run from De La Vega. 15 meters out from the line. Jermaine Schultz straight over the top. Pop pass up. It goes through the hands by Luciano Gonzalez. Able to strip it away. Corey Toa unable to stop him with the step. And Luciano Gonzalez does the big old leaping try. He is very happy indeed. Geez, that's a lot of strapping on his right wrist. And that is heavily strapped. Hopefully, it looks like he's got a broken hand, the amount of strapping on there. But he's done nicely. And also, we've got the Sevens popular in France. It's probably not as popular as they would like it to be. But hopefully, like in the future, like having it in Toulouse is absolutely huge. We also got a new member. It is Salasimo to the channel. So I hope you are doing well, mate. And there we go. There's a picture of the USA flag as well. Perhaps going for USA in the next game up against the Fijians. That's a lie. They play in England. I have just realized it was Luciano Gonzalez. It's probably from diving so hard that he's ended up smacking his head and also his hand on the ground. But now 50 seconds left, and it does seem like they are going to be able to get themselves the victory here. And it's 49% Australia, 51 Argentina on the pole. So pretty even for this match. But we knew it could have gone either way. This matchup, though, has been Argentina's one. Gone high, and they won't mind using up the last 30 seconds. There's a 7th player playing in the NRL for the Sharks, Lockie Miller. Oh, Lockie Miller. Lockie Miller. Is he the one who also played for the Rebels not too long ago? Or am I thinking of a different guy now? It's a nice run from Maurice. Long bottom, it goes back into the hands of Argentina. They kick it down the middle of the field now, and it's going to be a foot race. Corey Toole will have to clean it up. Now going to be trying to use a step. It looks like they have got him relatively well marked inside of his own 22. looking to link up with one other pass. Goes on the outside to Josh Turner. Is South Africa out of this tournament? They certainly are. Sadly, they don't even get one more game of the tournament, which is going to be quite a shame because it was almost going to be New Zealand versus South Africa, which would have been awesome. But now Argentina pick it up, and also, yeah, they lost. There's Krish there as well, but that has been put into touch, and that will now be the end of this matchup. So Oz beats New Zealand, but lose to the Argies. New World Order, says Hanoi there. But yeah, New Zealand, they have got their playoff game up against Scotland. That will be taking place at 2:08 a.m. And then the other game that is going to be taking place now, it will be Argentina. They will be taking on the winner of this next game. Or sorry, yeah, it will be the winner of this next game between England and the USA to Ireland and Samoa. So in there, says Krish. And also go Aussie, says arigato. And also welcome, says David the Mob. And nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. So what will be happening now is we have got a short little snippet of a break, and then we will be back at around 11:30 for the next matchup that we are covering on the channel. So that will be New Zealand versus Fiji in the semi-final of the Women's Sevens series, and it should be very exciting indeed. But anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel if you haven't already. It is our second channel, and it is hugely appreciated. Everyone checking out that one he played last at Tokyo Olympics for Australia. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Lockie Anderson now that I think about it, rather than Lachlan Miller. Yeah, I think Lockie Anderson is the one that I've got in my head. And also New Zealand for the win. Says Rice there. So, yeah, they are going to be playing Scotland in about 3 hours' time by the looks of that. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And we will be back a little bit later on for that match of the women's semi-final. Then there is another game happening, and that will be between that will be between Australia and Ireland. And then we are into the men's semi-finals that we have got France versus Ireland and also Samoa taking on Fiji. But in 2 minutes' time on the Kiwi Lads channel, we will have a video going up of our preview for that matchup between Fiji and Samoa. So be sure to check that out. And also be sure to put in your score prediction into the chat before the match kicks off. I want to see how many people we can get in that prediction pool, and also who is the closest after that live stream. But nonetheless, thank you all very much, and I will see you all in about 30 minutes' time